Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mpumelelo Makakula. This is All Things Entertainment. So, I would like you guys to listen to an interview I had with Gabriel Temudzani, who played Azwindinni Mukweba on Mobango. Rumor has it that he hasn't really left Mobango. And you know what? I'm still trying to gather facts because this is not on. Why would they lie to us like that? But anywho, my interview.
Oh, okay. So are you done on set, like for good?
Yeah, I think it's about time, Nampo. Yeah, it's been coming. Yeah.
So, like, you know what I'm asking? Like, are you done shooting with Mobango? So, since today they're airing the episode where Bafui dies.
Well, with soapies, you would never know, in a sense that at times they shoot the end earlier. But I think from where we are done. If they showcase that, we are done.
Or the funeral has already been shot?
Yeah.
Okay. And tell me, because it was announced today that you are leaving the Soapy, how was your day today?
It has been a busy one, I must say.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it has been a busy one, compounded by messages, calls. But others are just asking, is it true?
Mm.
Why are you leaving? Do you want us to talk to the producer? What's wrong? What's happening?
Eh.
Um, Mostly there were, message of appreciation, if not acknowledging the journey traveled thus far, which was very, for me personally, very fulfilling and encouraging to see that through the work that we do, we manage to touch lives and we manage to encourage, if not inspire, the multitudes of our people.
Mm,
And
mm.
I think, from where I sit, again, it gives one an emphasis to the rest that I'm taking to say you have done what was needed to be done, and therefore you can take a chill.
Yes. And how are you feeling? Because you joined the Soapy in the year 2000. So it's been 23 years. That's a long time. So I guess there might be that thing of, oh my God, I am going to miss this.
Parting ways is never good. Even if you're parting ways with people that you are no longer in accordance with,
Mm,
but parting ways on its own, it's never pleasant. I'm just fortunate that I'm parting ways, in harmony, where there is no tension, negativity, and
mm,
otherwise. So that gives me a sense of family to say I had established, relations with people that are regarded as family, and they regarded me as part of the family. So, so it was emotional, but one is okay and one is happy knowing that if ever there's an agenda that one wants to push, you
mm.
can still reach out to the family and they will embrace you with love and appreciation.
Exactly. And when was the last time you were on the Mobango set? When did you shoot your last scene or your last episode?
It was sometime last month.
Oh, so it's already been a month of you not being Bafui.
It's nice to wake up and just go to gym and drop off the kids at schools.
Mm,
It's so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling, and I think it's something that I've been yearning and longing for. Because the times you wake up so early in the morning and you're like, guys, today I can't take you. Therefore, transport will come pick you up and
mm.
whatnot and whatnot. But it's part of growth. It's part of the journey, and the journey of life is compounded by an array of emotions, celebratory moments that you need to cleave on, and disappointments here and there. But I'm happy where I am to say I've made my mark and
Mm.
I've made a decision to relinquish myself on the show. And I wish the show all the best, and the show will remain in my heart, and I'll continue to support the show from watching just like any other viewer back at
Yeah.
home.
And tell me, how was it like playing Obafui for 23 years? You know, you being outside Gabriel and now having to step into being the chief of Tate. How was the experience like?
It was a great honor. It was a great honor, but it was an opportunity not only to showcase the talent. It was an opportunity to showcase my culture, my language, and an opportunity to give the young African child, a sense of hope to
Mm,
say this is doable. You can do it. And I think through that they have a practical reference to say, if this guy is doing it, we can do it. And I think that's what the masses of people need to ledge on, to say it is doable and we can do it. Here's the practical reference of one of our own. And what I like the most about the character in the show in particular is that we tell African stories, and African stories that everybody can relate and resonate with. And that touches the veins of our being as Africans. And when Africans in the diaspora look at us, they take so much pride to say back at home, there are people who are upholding the culture, who are upholding the norms of who we are as African people. But not only that, there are people who are, showcasing their talent and competing on national platforms as well. So it's one step at a time. It's one step at a time. Where we are now, for myself, I say that chapter is done and then the new chapter must come, and one must, press on without looking back.
I'm asking myself that if it were me, I would have left a long time ago, because there comes a time where you're like, ugh, so I'm getting bored. I'm too comfortable. How were you able to embrace your character for over 20 years when did you not have times where you were like, oh my God, I need to let this go. I am tired now.
So portraying Chief Azwindinni was phenomenal. It was electrifying. Was encouraging. It was challenging because the character on its own goes through an array of elements and characteristics and emotional roller coaster from time to time. So the character was diverse, was dynamic, and that kept me going. If the character was stagnant and one-dimensional, I wouldn't have sustained it that far. And I think that's another thing that compelled me to stay for the longest time, because the character will do different things, and the producer had allowed me to infuse whatever elements that I think and believe is within the ambit of the character and the institution, which is the traditional royal house. So that again, brought in dynamics that would make the character to look colorful, and I had a great time there. I don't want to lie. I had a great time. Of course, there were moments that, one was engulfed by a sense of despair and dejection. But the responsibility was bigger than despair. The responsibility was not just me being there. It was me representing the constituency that I come from, which is the people of Venda. And the people of Venda were rallying behind me keenly and taking pride from the work that I do. And that kept me going again.
Okay, love that. And did you and Bafui have any similarities in terms of personality and anything else? And what did you love about him?
So look, when you are an African person and you were raised in the villages back home, and when storylines like Bubangu comes up, there are so many things that will touch your heart. There are so many things that will resonate with your soul. There are so many things that will resonate with who you are. So for me personally, the character was molded on the traditional values and ethos of the royal house, and a staunch, proud Venda man who is a leader, who is a family man, and who is overseeing the family business in Johannesburg and back at home. So those elements, they represent every African man. So when you're an African man, such things will touch you and they will resonate with you and you will relate with. That then says there were few elements that I could resonate and relate with the character. And such is one of those. By default, I'm a leader in my own family. I'm a leader in the Temudzani family or clan. And there I got people who include, amongst others, my older sisters, my big brothers, who call me for advices. And I had grown to be that kind of a person. And believe you me, some of the things that I do on a personal life were influenced by the character that I portrayed on television. And you cannot portray Azwindinni and not have wisdom rubbing off. There is no such.
Obviously, your fans, they are wondering, okay, where are we going to be seeing him now? Where are you going?
Is that the fans or you?
Me and the fans. I'm also a fan.
It's too early to say.
Yeah.
But let's see how it goes, and let's see how it goes. When the right time comes, I'll break the ice But for
Okay.
now, I would just want to encourage the people to continue watching the show to see how things, unfold and which direction the storyline goes, and how will that touch, the masses of our country and people from beyond the borders of our country.
Oh,
And I'll always love the show. And as I said earlier on, I will always continue to support the show through watching. And for now, it's just me, my family, which is my kids, and the traveling. I think I would enjoy that. I'll also, I'm venturing into farming as well. So yeah, it will go a long way. It will go a long way. But when the time is right,
mm.
I will definitely reach out and break the ice in a decent way.
Okay.
I strive to be a decent man.
I see. I see. And why are you leaving Movango now? Why now?
I think the time is fertile. I think growth has manifested to a point where one needs to diversify. One needs to explore other avenues that will propel the growth to higher heights. And at the same time, one needs to relinquish the platform to give others a platform to showcase that which they have. If I don't relinquish the platform, other kids will never have an opportunity. So by me bowing out, I'm opening an opportunity for somebody to come and showcase the talent.
Mm. And does it not have anything to do with, the continuous salary disputes, salary not coming in?
No, not even, not even. Some things have become a norm, and you've devised means and mechanisms of maneuvering your life around, and it has got nothing to do with that. That is why I've been saying to all your colleagues who have been calling me to say, I'm glad that I left in an amicable way, to an
Mm.
extent that if ever there's a need for me to go back, I can reach out to say, let's explore other things. Maybe I want to come back as a producer or a director. Then the door is open for me to engage. And there's no bad blood between me and the producer. There's no bad blood between me and the show itself. So we are cool, man. We are cool. And if the producers see value in me on other fronts, I'm here to be utilized. I just want to do, this that I need to do now, and I think that the country will be proud in no time.
Okay, amen to that. Thank you so much for your time. And I wish you all the best, dropping off the kids, traveling, having fun, the gym, everything in between.
Life is well lived when it's shared. So let's share it through different, platforms that we find ourselves inhibiting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, and I wish you all the best for the future.
No, thank you so much for reaching out, and thank you so much for sober questions that don't have other connotations that we cannot really upon.
No problem, no problem. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
so good night and bye bye.
You too. Bye.